Next story. We'll meet again. The entire crew gathered around the window. This time it wasn't to stare into the infinite blackness of space or ponder the nature of their exploration. They weren't looking out, but instead they were looking down. Down at mankind finally reaping what they had sown. Detonations that were visible from space dotted the earth. The explosions stretched up as if to ensnare heaven itself. The massive mushroom clouds started off in small numbers, but quickly grew as more countries attempted to make their contribution towards the ultimate demise. Soon the entire world was pockmarked with massive radioactive mushroom clouds. A few hours later, there was nothing and no one left. The astronauts could only watch in a dumbfounded mix of terror and shock as their homes were lost to fallout and scorched earth policies brought into actions decades ago. There was no one else. It was only them now. Music sliced through the tension and terror. Vera Lynn crooned, "Keep smiling through, just like you always do." All it took was one man to start laughing before the entire crew dissolved. Some laughed until their stomachs wrapped themselves into knots. Some laughed into tears welled up in their eyes. Some laughed even though they found nothing particularly funny. They continued to laugh even though there was no point laughing anymore. And that just made them laugh all the harder. I don't know about you, end of the world stories aren't really that scary to me. I think my kind of horror, I think my kind of horror would be like supernatural or true crime, things like that, right? End of the world feels like an escape to me. I mentioned in my first video that I hate the thought of living in inconvenience and I hate having to survive, right? My survival instinct is next to nothing. It is none. I don't have any. If the world were going to shit, I would be the first one out because no, I would not try to survive. I won't, and I will not. You cannot pay me enough to try to survive. I would not force myself to. I would just be gone and be done, right? So, so that I mean, the story was, uh, yeah, but it's not scary. Since I don't know. It's just end of the world is such a copped out scare tactic or like scare topic to me, since personally I don't find it scary if the world is ending. If the world was ending, okay.